We move on, and attorney Chuck Crosby at the Crosby Law Offices. Greg writes in, he's actually a realtor in town with a seller in the Highlands. He says they took an offer that was all cash. At the closing, there was actually a loan for half the purchase price of the property. So he's asking for, on behalf of all agents and even buyers and sellers, didn't the buyer agent representing that buyer need to put together an addendum to request the change from all cash to financing with a loan as part of the purchase of the house? Chuck Crosby.
Oh, you're asking me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought this was headed.
It could be Randy too, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Chuck.
yeah. I don't know that would necessarily have been the case. With that particular clause, what it does is it locks him in whether he has financing or not. Okay. If his financing had fallen through, he still would have been expected to close on it. The fact that at the last minute he put some financing together, I see that more as no harm, no foul kind of thing. The buyer, does the buyer care where the cash comes from? Is the thing.
Got it. Well, as long as it's green and it spends, I'm sure they sell.
Yeah, as long as it's green and it spends.
Yeah.
But that particular clause that says we're doing it by cash, a full cash transaction, that's to protect the seller, so that the buyer can't come back and say, "Oh, hey, wait, I can't get financing. You got to let me out."
Right. So here on the side of, I was gonna say on the side of making an offer more appealing as an all cash offer. Generally, you're going to see. What's more appealing about an all cash offer is the quicker closing time is what you're really after. You're not going to have the log jam of going through underwriting and things like that. And if you default then you're holding, you've got some legal ramifications there anyway. So
what happened to me recently was a listing agent called me and said, I need a favor. Can you verify that they have the cash in the bank? And then send a letter. And I said, sure. I will do that. So I did. I verified, and that they did have the cash in the bank. I did just put a disclaimer in there. I'm not saying they're using it for their house, but they do have enough money to close the transaction.